From director Brad Peyton, who gave us the Netflix TV series Daybreak that got cancelled, from the Rock film with the giant monkey from the adaptation of the game Rampage, from San Andreas, again with the Rock. Our director knows how to do big scale and just fun popcorn movies. So I was intrigued to see what he was going to do with a sort of dystopian future, AI future. It's another one of those AI stories, and I kind of settled into myself in my mind that this wouldn't be that good, because I've seen a few Jennifer Lopez films of late, and I put two and two together. Jennifer Lopez and this director, kind of popcorn but forgettable film. And it sort of was that, but let's discuss. In a bleak sounding future, an AI soldier has determined that the only way to end the war is to end humanity. As I mentioned, Jennifer Lopez, Simu Liu, Sterling K. Brown, and directed by Brad Peyton. Because we've had so many AI films, it does seem to be the trend. It's a trendy topic that feels old now because we've had so many of them. And to be honest, most of them haven't been great. They've been subpar storylines. Been a couple that have stood above the rest, but mostly I'm just like, can we be done with the whole AI thing? Blade Runner was great. Let's leave it at that, even though that's not AI. Whatever you want to call the synthetic artificial life forms. We have a similar story where Skynet takes over, where the things that we made don't like what we did to them or how we control them. There's a moment, something happens, and basically we have a war, and now the humans need to fight against them, and now the AI, the synthetic life forms, are terrorists. That's kind of the setting that we have for this film. And then it is all very futuristic. Humans have done incredible things with technology, AI and the robots being one of them. They're meant to be helping us. That was the future, the ideal plan. Is a sort of basic storyline, but what we get within is where I thought it was a cut above the rest. I'm going to be watching it again pretty much tonight, I think. So I would have watched it twice. I don't normally do that, but I watched it by myself, really enjoyed it doing this review, and now I want my wife to watch it so she can enjoy what I experience. I normally wait a few weeks or years between reviews before I watch a film again. So that gives you kind of an idea of how much I enjoyed it. It's definitely a blockbuster fun, but if you take Aliens, mostly bits or themes from Aliens, and you took The Matrix, you smushed those together, and you took a bit of Avatar, not The Legend of Aang, but Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. You should not be here. You put that in a bit. Little bits of helpings and ideas from that. You put that all together. And that's sort of what you get here. Because we are, for the most part, with Jennifer Lopez's character Atlas on another planet, and are with an artificial life form that is a robot, and we have this massive dialogue through 3/4 of the film. A very alien Sigourney Weaver sort of character, but she has someone to banter back and forth with, and our character Atlas does not trust any AI because of what has happened and because of her personal ties to it. So there is this antagonistic relationship that kind of grows as we go along the film. So we establish a double relationship, an antagonistic one at that, but a humorous one in parts, but a very emotional one because of backgrounds given. And then we get the action. And, if you've seen San Andreas or Rampage, he does action really well. But in amongst the fighting, that reminds me of Matrix Revolutions, particularly with the, those Fazire fighting moments with the big robot where the humans are in their exoskeleton. If you think back to Avatar and Aliens, get off of your bit. You take those exoskeletons, you put a really arsenal in a bit of a robot, you make it really smart and intelligent, and then you give it a voice. The mixture of that in amongst the action that is shown, and where we're having sky fights, big bomb battles, hand-to-hand fightings with a robot, when you get those moments, we've built up to them enough for you to care about the character and to kind of see where it's going. The crescendo of the film, the big battle climax, you think it's over, and then they give us a wonderful, it's the final boss moment. And when you think it's insurmountable odds, you are wondering how they're going to survive or get out of it. It's definitely a clear 3-tiered arc. Beginning, middle, and end. Give us the good guys, give us the bad guys. The bad guy is the bad guy for the sake of whatever happened. The middle part is learning the characters, knowing who they are, developing those characters, becoming, having somewhat of a relationship so the audience will feel emotional when stuff happens to them. It's a basic premise and a story we've seen done a million times and is old, yet it brings a freshness to the emotionality of it. It reminds me of kind of relationships that have formed with other films with AI. If you think back to Will Smith's I, Robot, if you think Johnny Five is Alive, all of that kind of relationship that makes us care for artificial intelligence, giving them a somewhat human nature, but keeping them still robotic, not taking itself too seriously. That's what this film does. It has fun with its premise. It's an adventure, blockbuster, popcorn. You probably shouldn't take the science too literal. You probably shouldn't think about it too much. And there would definitely be those critics that will come into this film and go, this is rubbish, blah, 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 blah. And I can totally see, if you really wanted to pick it apart, there'd be science issues, probably acting moments, editing moments. For me, I had a lot of fun with this. Because of my fun popcorn fun and the fact that I want to watch it again with my wife, I'm going to give it 4. And 4 is probably too high for this film. But because of my enjoyment, 4 Nicolas Cages,
you got one.
What I'm going to stick with. I think this is one of the better I keep wanting to say Jennifer Lopez films that she's done of late. I liked her in this character, a turmoiled character that has a broken, messed up past with blame, multifaceted into a wannabe soldier, then building up this relationship with an AI. That was the emotional gut punch that we needed for the action to, for us to care about the action. So give it a go. I would. I did. Thanks so much for watching. Check out my other reviews that I've got on my channel. If you do like my content, it's a very kind of candid look. I don't script them, but I have notes of my reviews. I look up some information. I write down notes during my reviews, and then I just speak from the heart. I know a lot of people like to do scripted reviews, and they probably will have better words or bigger words, but I feel like to be as authentic as I can, I speak off the cuff with some notes in my mind that I've prepped beforehand, trying to get most of the names right, but with my dyslexia, I often stumble over my words and I have to edit and re-edit or record again. But I hope you enjoy this. You found it informative. Let me know in your comments below, which is your favorite Jennifer Lopez film? And do you have a favorite romantic comedy and action film of hers? Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.